Evening peeps, good evening everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget as well to like and share the vids. Some good news peeps, we finally have internet in the apartment. We've not had it since I moved in. I've been hotspotting myself, but we have internet, which means the lives are back. So we're going to kick things off again this Sunday, 7 o'clock, as we react to the big fight this weekend in Nottingham between Leewood and Lara. Let's hope it's a good one. All right, let's see what there is to talk about this evening. Let's start with this one. Eddie Hearn says Croke Park possible for Katie Taylor in September with Conor McGregor's support. That's not good. That's not good at all. That means her fight against Amanda Serrano is going to be at the Free Arena, I think it's called. Bear in mind, Croke Park is like 85,000. The Free Arena is, I think, 8 or 9,000. That's a big drop off. And remember, this will be Katie Taylor's homecoming fight as well, her first professional fight back home. So yeah, that's disappointing. I almost feel like, look, they've already announced Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano is going to happen, but you now feel like if Croke Park's going to happen in September, you would prefer that to be Serrano. Do you know what I mean? That's the only fight I think that can do Croke Park. You know, so unless there's a trilogy, unless this second fight with them in May is so good that they do a trilogy. I mean, I love Chantel Cameron, but Chantel Cameron, Katie Taylor is not going to do Croke Park. Alicia Baumgardner, Katie Taylor is not going to do Croke Park. Serrano's the only dance partner. So I think they've made a bit of a mistake here. I don't know what they're going to do. Well, I do know they're going to do Serrano Taylor at the Free Arena. That's what they're going to do, but it just doesn't have the same. And don't get me wrong, look, I mean, 8 or 9,000 is good. I mean, at 8 or 9,000, we're not talking a couple of hundred people here. But for her homecoming, considering what she's done for not just female boxing in the world, but just sport in general, Katie Taylor's a big name. So for her homecoming, you wanted it to be just enormous. Even if Croke Park wasn't full, even if she only got 50, 60,000 in there, it would have been incredible. That drop off from there to, I think it is called the Free Arena, it's a big one. It's a big one. Unless it isn't the Free Arena, unless they're looking at somewhere else. I don't know, or the other stadium, Aviva Stadium maybe. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, we'll see how that one plays out. This is some bullshit, this next story. Jake Paul to receive WBC world ranking if he defeats Tommy Fury. I mean, the WBC. What are you doing? I mean, do you just want some of those sanctioning fees? I mean, what is it? What do you want? Because how does that? I mean, there will be guys right now who don't have rankings in the what are they, cruiserweights, who don't have rankings in the cruiserweight division, who are 7-0, 8-0, 9-0, who fought professional fighters, who fought decent level opposition, who don't have rankings. And here you have Jake Paul, who has yet to fight a boxer. And look, you guys know I do the misfit stuff, so this isn't me attacking Jake Paul. This is me attacking the WBC. So here you have Jake Paul, who's not fought a boxer yet, who's going to fight his first boxer, and he's going to receive a ranking. Honestly, this is when you know it's all about the Benjamins. This is when you know. Josh Taylor at Teofimo Lopez, the WBO orders title fight. It's already in talks. Yeah, we did a video about this a couple of days ago. Obviously, look, if you're Jack Catterall, you're not going to be happy. We are hearing that Jack Catterall could get the Regis Prograis fight, which is a world title fight, and it's a big fight. It's not as big as Josh Taylor, so I don't expect the money to be like it would have been for Josh Taylor, and it doesn't have the animosity that Josh Taylor fight with Jack Catterall would have had, but it's still a world title fight. But parking that for 1 second to the side, Josh Taylor Teofimo Lopez is a great fight. Great fight. Like, Josh Taylor still is the best 140 pounder. He is. I'm not going to just dismiss him because of one result. I mean, his body of work for the last 4 or 5 years has been solid, and it was a bad night in the office. That's what it was. Or maybe it's a case of Jack Catterall being a bit better than everyone thought he was. So it could be a bit of both. But yeah, him versus Teofimo Lopez in Scotland. So another good fighter coming over from the States to the UK. It's fantastic. I hope, though, that if they announce this, I really, really hope that they get Jack Catterall the Regis Prograis fight in the UK as well. Again, I think Regis Prograis would be happy to travel. He's travelled here before to fight Josh Taylor at the O2 Arena. He'll be happy to travel again. But yeah, let's hope that we get Josh Taylor, Teofimo, Jack Catchall, Regis Prograde, winners fight each other. I know I'm dreaming, but you can always dream, right? Kell Brook wants one more fight, says boxer head Ben Shalom. I don't know about this. I don't know. Look, we all know what's going on with Kell Brook behind the scenes, right? I mean, that issue of him taking cocaine or being caught taking cocaine, I gave my views on it. I said, look, I don't necessarily care. If a retired boxer wants to do whatever they want to do, good luck to them. Nothing to do with anyone, right? But now he's not, I guess, a retired boxer. This is a guy that wants to fight. The only problem is there is not an opponent out there for him. Like, there kind of was with Chris Eubank. We know now that Chris Eubank's going to fight Liam Smith. There kind of was with Conor Benn. I don't know what's going on with Conor Benn. So what fight is there? Like, what fight is going to make him want to go to the well again and get himself in the kind of shape he needs to get into to compete with these guys? Don't know. Amir Khan was that guy, right? Amir Khan was that guy. Sometimes you can just retire on that. I mean, you have that fight against your nemesis. You get the biggest win. I wouldn't say of his career because Sean Porter was the biggest win, but a big win. Sometimes you can just go quietly, right? That's it. It's done. Look, if there was, I'm a massive Kell Brook fan, and I'd love to hear that music one more time, All of the Lights. But if there's not an opponent out there, there isn't anyone. Honestly, I can't think of any opponent that springs to mind if he wants one more. All the opponents have almost they're not there. Liam Smith is fighting Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank's fighting Liam Smith. Conor Benn. Who's he going to fight? Josh Kelly? I mean, is he going to get up for that? Is he going to fight one of the world champions at 154 pounds on a voluntary? I don't think so. I wouldn't want him to. I mean, there's only one, right? And that's Jamel Charlo. Would you want to see that? I wouldn't. I don't know. Is he trying to get someone at 160? One of the world champions at 160? One of the big names, a Janibek? Is he going to get up for Janibek? So, for me, no. I mean, I love him. And sometimes I do feel like, I think I said this about him and Billy Joe and Tyson Fury, that the best place for these guys is in the ring. So it's funny, I'm saying the best place is the most dangerous place, but I feel like it's safer because I don't know what happens to their mind and their body when they're not fighting, when they're not thinking of training. It seems to go into a weird place. So yeah, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I've poured myself a late night, I don't know, just a little late night drink. All right, what we got else? Zarafa expects Tony Harrison to shock Tim Tszyu by knockout. I think Tony Harrison's going to win as well. Tony Harrison, it's not like he's got off the couch for this fight. He's in shape. He took a picture of the scales, I think it was last week, and he was 160. He's in shape. He's good to go. And he's a very, very good fighter. Very good fighter. Let's not forget, he beat Jamel Charlo. You know what I'm saying? That's how good he is. He's a good fighter. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he were to get the job done. A bit here from Mauricio Lara saying Lopez is not a challenge for me. Navarrete is the real challenge. Yeah, Navarrete's obviously gone up in weight. Look, Lara would go up in weight. Lara wins his belt. Lara's going up to take him as well. Lara will fight him. I mean, Lara looked frightening on the pads today. Frightening. And it wasn't pad work where, normally when you get pad work, you get the guy holding the pads and he kind of, so as the boxer's punching, the guy's almost punching and sort of throwing the pads. So it's almost double the force. This one was the guy was holding the pads and Lara was punching through them. Got power. And you know what's crazy? I remember when he did that pad workout for Josh Warrington and it was horrendous. I was like, what's this? Who is this guy? Like who's Eddie Hearn wheeled out today? And all of a sudden, Jesus, I bet he wish he didn't wheel him out. Usyk promoter responds to Fury's demands. This is sports. Go to Hollywood if you want that kind of money. There was a picture today with Usyk's manager / promoter with Frank Warren at the Emirates. So hopefully that means these guys are discussing and fingers crossed it gets done. The funny thing is, Usyk can't fight anyone else not even Wilder and make anywhere near the kind of money that I'm guessing Fury's offering. That doesn't mean, I'm not trying to say that means he should take it, but sometimes you got to look at it and think, okay, what else is out there for me? He's not going to fight AJ again. He's not going to, Ruiz ain't going to be money. Joe Joyce ain't going to be money. I feel like Fury knows that. Fury's the only one that can offer him that big dough. But hopefully they're getting closer and closer in terms of an agreement. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see if there's anything else on Mr. Michael Benson's Twitter before we pack up for the day. Okay, that's interesting. Drake, a picture here of Tommy Fury flying to Saudi. Oh, man, I'm really. We might do a live watch along for that fight. You know, I am really interested in that fight. Tyson Fury on AJ. I don't even go there anymore. No interest in any AJ questions. Zero. Man's dead in my eyes. There's no business between me and him to be done. Finished. I would love to have been a fly on the wall for the initial conversation. Like, I'd love to know what really happened. Like, who said no? Because at one stage, you felt like, oh, this might happen. At one stage, very small, a small window, but there was a window there where you thought, 1 second, this is going to happen. Then all of a sudden, it didn't happen. Why? Like, I feel like we need to get Detective Columbo in to find out who on what person's side said no. Was it Frank? Was it Eddie? Was it AJ? Was it 258 management? Was it DAZN? Was it Queens? Who said no? Was it money? Like, what happened there? Who knows? One day we might get it. One day. All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, I think is that. Yep, that is that. Nothing else to talk about. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, sleep well. Have a good, I'll say sleep well. This is coming out tomorrow morning. Peace. By the time you watch this, I'll be in Nottingham interviewing the killer himself, Mauricio Lara, via a translator, of course. Peace and love.